holy light, which drives away the gloom of sins we hate, and makes the souls of righteous people bright. My heart, O Father, meekly prays to Thee, to win Thy grace to make me good and wise, and bless my mind with knowledge full and free, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Yes, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Yes, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. He Ishwar Dayanidhe Bhavat Kripayanena Japopasana Karmana Dharmartha Kama Mokshanam Satyah Siddhir Bhavenaha. Tata Ishwar Namaskuriyat. Om Namaha Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha Namaha Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namaha Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha He Mangalesha Shankar Mangal Karo Hamara Pavan Prakash Paaye Paramarthya Punya Dwara Parijaan pe pila do Avagad Adani Teri Sharan mein aaya Hai Bhaktayah Bhavani Ab ant mein Prabhu ji तुमको नमन करे हम वेदों की ज्ञान द्वारा जीवन सफल करे हम जीवन सफल करे हम जीवन सफल करे हम. And now I bow to Thee, O God of calm, O God of peace, and Lord of bliss divine. Thy grace supplies to burning hearts a balm. Thy blessings in my right desire shine. I also thank Thee for Thy rule benign, Thy kind protections, and Thy blessings sweet. And those who are the dreaded foes of mine, I lay them humbly at Thy gracious feet. Yes, God, I lay them humbly at Thy gracious feet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Iti Sandhyopasana Vidhi Samaptaha. This is bring us to the end of our personal communication with God today, as we seek His blessings and guidance to make the week ahead of us successful by organizing our thoughts, which you have learnt, proper thinking in an orderly manner, sequentializing your activity and your thoughts can go about achieving them. This is what you are thought for those of you who are not paying much attention to what you chant. This you were taught in the camp last week. Some andhyay, to think, and some in a proper manner or orderly manner. And if you keep that alone in your mind, the meaning of the word sandhya coming from some andhyay, to think.
then when you sit to do a Sandhya, you try your best to organize your thought process. And when you do that, then you gain maximum benefit out of Sandhya. By just merely sitting and chanting the mantras without knowing what they are, very small achievement you will get from it. So thank you all very much. This has made you compete with your God. And with this note, once again, I'd like to extend to those who may have joined us in YouTube and those of you who came in late, a warm welcome and a hearty namaste to our regular Satsang, Sunday Satsang. And last week it was so intense that all the students did not get to sit around the Vedi during the graduation process. So since we don't have a Yajman today, I'll ask all you all to sit around that Vedi in lines. 2 lines or 3 lines both sides, so that you all will take turn to offer, all those of you at the camp. So all you there, instead of coming down, set them, stand by, first of all, stand all the students on the mandap or the stage. And we'll take, set them, 2 lines this side, 2 lines that side. And they will, we allow them to offer. Come, go over there. All of you, yes, go there. You have your posterior right there. All right. You didn't get a chance last week to make your offerings. You'll get a chance this week to make it. And, all right. Keep standing until we take the Sankalp, and then you always sit. Clasp your palms. Huh? Clasp your palms. We all know this is something, this is not new for us in the mandir. There are certain parts that you can chant with us that are common. Oh.
श्री ब्रह्मणो द्वितीय प्रहराढे वैवस्वत मन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे कलियुगे कलि प्रथम चरणे अस्मिन् साधारण विक्रम संवत्सरे श्रावण मासे कृष्ण पक्षे रविवासरे प्रतिपदा तिथौ उत्तराषाढा नक्षत्रे बालव कर्णे वैधृति योगे क्वींस नगरे न्यूयॉर्क प्रदेशे अमेरिका देशे महर्षि दयानंद गुरुकुले आर्य समाज मंदिरे अयं साप्ताहिक सत्संगः प्रारभ्यते अयं साप्ताहिक सत्संगः प्रारभ्यते अयं साप्ताहिक सत्संगः प्रारभ्यते.
This now established time, place, and place of performance today, and we now go into the second part of our communication to God, the Havan Yajna. Kavita, you think you manage the Havan? Start it, and we join you. You got the pages there? Find the pages, okay. And you young fella in front of me, raise your hand. Okay, so take the mic up while you're not chanting with playing with color. Use this one, the Yogesh. Yes, take it out. Give that one together. And you take this one, Yogesh. And you and it take that one there. And I have to hear your chanting. Also.
Pasaramasi Saha भूतां पिधानमसि स्वाहा। सत्यं यशः श्रीमयि श्रीश्रयतां स्वाहा।
Touching our limbs with sacramental water, begging God for health and strength in these limbs of ours, may we never misuse them.
Om Vangmanaste astu, Om Nasurme prano astu, Om Akshurme chakshurastu, Om Karnayorme shrotramastu, Om Bahurme balamastu, Om Purvorma ojo astu, Om Arishtani Mengani Tanusarvame Sahasantu.
O God, we beg, may there be complete harmony in this body of ours, thinking, speaking and acting. Artheshwara Stuti Prarthanopasana. With clasped palms and closed eyes, we now express our desires which we have come to Mandir with this morning to be fulfilled.
Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tanahasuva. Om Hiranya Garbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jataha Patirekasit Sadadhar Prithvim Dyamutema Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema.
Om
Atmada Baladayasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Devaha Yasya Chhayamritam Yasya Mrityuh Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Yah Pranato Nimishato Mahitvaika Hidraja Jagato Babhuva Yaishe Asya Dvipadaschaturshpadaha Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Yena Rudra Prithvi Chadridha Yena Swahastabhitam Yena Nakaha Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimanaha Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Prajapate Natvadetananyo Vishwajatani Parita Babhuva Yakamaste Juhumastano Astu Vayam Syama Patayorayena. Om Sano Bandhur Janita Savidhata Dhamani Veda Bhuvanani Vishwa Yatra Deva Amritamanashanas Triti Dhaman Adherayanta. Om Agninaya Supatharai Asmat Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yoyodyasmat Juhurana Meno Bhuvishvante Namautim Vidhema.
हे सकल जगत के
उत्पत्ति कर्ता समग्र ऐश्वर्य युक्त शुद्ध स्वरूप सर्व सुखों के दाता परमेश्वर, आप कृपा करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्गुण दुर्व्यसन और दुखों को दूर कीजिए। जो कल्याणकारक गुण कर्म स्वभाव वाले पदार्थ है वे सब हमको प्राप्त कराइए।
Kavita, read the first Vishwani
O Creator of this universe, O radiant cause of all manifestations, do remove from us all that is difficult in our experience, and all tendencies to transgress your laws, and bring unto experience in all tendencies to transgress your laws, and bring unto us all that is beautiful, benevolent, and auspicious.
O Prajapati, O Master of this entire creation, no one except you can supersede the creatures of this visible and of other invisible worlds. May those desires for which we come to your altar be fulfilled. May we be masters of earthly and heavenly riches.
Itishwara stuti prathanopasana prakaranam atha swasti vachanam. Om Agni Mire Purohitam Yajasya Devam Ritrijam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam. Om Sanah Piteva Sunave Agni Supayano Bhava Sachaswanah Swastaye. Om Swasti No Mimitam Ashvina Bhagaha Swasti Devya Ditira Narvanah Swasti Pusha Asuro Dadhatunah Swasti Dyava Prithvi Suchetunah. Om Swasti Vayum Upabravamahe Somam Swasti Bhuvanasya Yaspatihi Brihaspatim Sarvaganam Swastaye Swastaya Adityaso Bhavantu Naha. Om Vishve Devano Adya Swastaye Vaishvanaro Vasuranihi Swastaye Deva Avantu Ribhavaha Swastaye Swastino Rudraha Patvanghasaha. Om Swasti Mitra Varuna Swasti Patye Revati Swasti Na Indrashchagnisha Swasti No Adite Kridhi. Om Swasti Panthamanucharema Surya Chandramasa Viva Punaradarata Ghnata Janata Sangame Mahi. Iti Sankshepadah Swasti Vachanam Atha Shanti Karanam. Om Shanna Indragni Bhavatam Avobhi Shanna Indra Varuna Ratahavya Shamindra Soma Suvitaya Shamyoho Shanna Indra Pushana Vajasato. Om Shano Bhagah Shamunah Shanso Astu Shannah Purandrihi Shamusanturayah Shannah Satyasya Suryamasya Shansaha Shano Aryama Purujatu Astu. Om Shano Dhata Shamudhatano Astu Shana Uruchi Bhavatu Swadhabhihi Shamrodasi Brihati Shano Adrihi Shano Devanam Suhavani Santu. Om Shano Agnir Jyotiraniko Astu Shano Mitra Varuna Vashvinasham Shannah Sukritam Sukritani Santu Shanna Ishiro Abhivatu Vataha. Om Shano Dyava Prithvi Purvahotau Shamantariksham Drishayeno Astu Shanna Oshadhir Varino Bhavantu Shanno Rajasaspatirasu Jishnuhu. Om Shanna Indro Vasubhir Devo Astu Shamaadityebhir Varunah Susansaha Shanno Rudro Rudrebhir Jalashaha Shannastvashtagnaabhiriha Shrinotu. Om Shannah Somo Bhavatu Brahma Shannah Shanno Gravanah Shamusantu Yajyaha Shannah Swaruna Mitayo Bhavantu
छन्नः प्रस्वः शमवस्तु वेदिः
अथ शिव संकल्प मंत्रा तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु. O God, once again we at your door we beg, may our minds be filled with beautiful and benevolent thoughts. And O God, that mind of ours that can travel distance in one wakeful state and in one sleep. We may be sitting here this time at this moment, but our minds may be a million miles away. O God, if we can bring our mind at this point where we're sitting, O God, as we chant, may you grant us that ability to do so. Tanme manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Clasp palms.
Om Yajagrito Duramudayati Daivam Tadu Suptasya Tathaivaiti Durangamam Jyotisham Jyotirekam Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yena Karmanya Paso Manishino Yajne Kritvanti Vidhate Shudhira Yad Purvam Yakshamantaha Prajana Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yat Prajana Mutacheto Dhritischa Yat Jyotirantaramritam Prajasu Yasmanarite Kinchana Karma Kriyate Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yenedam Bhutam Bhuvanam Bhavishya Parigrihitam Amritena Sarvam Yena Yajasayate Saptahota Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yasmin Richaha Samaya Joshi Yasmin Pratishtita Rathana Bhavivara Yasmin Chitam Sarvamotam Prajana Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Susharathirashvani Vayam Manushya Nemiyate Bhishubhirva Jinaiva Vitpadishtam Yadajiram Javishtam Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Sahana Pavasva Shamgaye Shamjanaya Shamarvate Shamrajanyoshadhibhyaha.
And O God, once again we beg for Abhayadan, that may no fear come to us from those who are friendly and those who are not friendly. May no fear come to us during the day or during the night. May no fear come to us from what we know and what we do not know. O God, may we be friendly unto all directions. On all directions be friendly unto us. Meaning, O God, may we smile with all and may they in return smile with us.
Om Abhayam Mitra Abhayam Amitra Abhayam Jata Abhayam Paroshat Abhayam Naktam Abhayam Divanaha Sarva mitram bhavantu sarvasha mama mitram bhavantu iti sanshepatah shanti karanam athagri pradipanam.
बचे पाप के कर्मों से, बचे पाप के कर्मों से, सदा शुभ कर्म करे रहे दूर बुराई से, रहे दूर बुराई से। सब है मेहमान यहाँ, सब है मेहमान यहाँ, करके जो भलाई गए उनका गुणगान यहाँ, उनका गुणगान यहाँ। भगवान को याद करे, भगवान को याद करे, अनमोल है जीवन ये, नई से बर्बाद करे, नई से बर्बाद करे, नई से बर्बाद करे।
आओ मिलकर विचार करें. Come, let us all join together where we are far or near dividing, as we kindle this fire that represents God's wisdom, and we are begging, O God, may this wisdom of yours pervade every inch of my personality, every nook and corner of my home, and every single member of my family. With this thought in mind, we meditate upon earth, sky and heaven. Bhur Bhuvaha Swaha. Om, Om, Bhur Bhuvaha Swaha. Om Bhur Bhuva Swargyoriva Bhumna Prithvi Vavarimna Tasyaste Prithvi Devayachini Prishthe Yagnim Manadamana Dhyayadadhe. God bless you. Outstretched palms. Thank you very much. Outstretched palms, let us fan this fire. But physically, as we fan this fire, let us fan the fire in our heart that we have just kindled. The D of our heart, the Kund of our heart, giving that fire the scope to rise so that we can feel the divinity in the Santi of the Chat. Extend your palm. Om Udbhudya Swaragni Pratijagrahi Tvamishta Purte Samsrijet Hamayancha Asmin Sadhaste Ajutarasmin Vishwe Deva Yajamanascha Siddhata. Akash,
Devascha Yajamanascha Siddhata.
sit behind the boys on the side. Samidha, do you have two sets, Pandishamla? One? Alright, let them join hands. Take the first suit of that side. Darshini's side takes the first piece of Samidha. And now that you all have gone through the Havan Yajya and the Sandhya, you know what you're doing when you're making these offerings. So let those thoughts pass through your mind as you make these offerings. You know what the ghee represents, you know what the samagri represents, and you know what each piece of Samidha represents to you. Begging God for intelligence to be increased and to be fine and to be purified, emotions to be purified, interactions to be in harmony and in purity. With those three thoughts, we chant and make offerings.
Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jat Vedaste ध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेधावर्धय शास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मा वर्चसि नानाधीन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्ने जातवेदसे इदं न मम ॐ समिधाग्निं दोवस्यत घृतैर्बोधयतातिथिम् अस्मिन् हव्याजुहोतन सुसमिधाय शोचिषि घृतं तीव्रं जुहोतन अग्नये जातवेदसे स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदं न मम तन्त्वा समिद्भिरङ्गिरो घृतेन वर्धयामसि बृहच्छोषाय विष्ट्य स्वाहा इदमग्नये अङ्गिरसे इदं न मम
अथ पञ्चघृत आहूतयः
अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदसे निध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेदावर्धय शास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मा वर्चसि नानाधीन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदं न मम ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदसे निध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेदावर्धय शास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मा वर्चसि नानाधीन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदं न मम ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदसे निध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेदावर्धय शास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मा वर्चसि नानाधीन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदं न मम ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदसे निध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेदावर्धय शास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मा वर्चसि नानाधीन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदं न मम
Fifth and final.
ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदसे निध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेदावर्धय शास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मा वर्चसि नानाधीन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदं न मम
अथ जल सिंचन or jal prasechanam, sprinkling one stand, one on the rear side and one on the Virangana side. And you will, alright, you make offerings of, you know what the water represents, and you know also, as of last week camp, that when you throw in the various direction, what you're begging for a balance in your life between material acquisition and spiritual acquisition, as simple as you can put it. Very simple. Begging God as you go about your acquiring the material things you need to survive. At the same time, you need to acquire spiritual wisdom with which you will be able to utilize all the material things at your disposal in a proper manner. From the west to the east in the northern, from the south to the north in the eastern side, from the south to the north in the western side of the Kund, and from the west to the east on the south, and then you go clockwise. Keep that in mind. Om Adite Anumanyaswa. Om Anumate Anumanyaswa. Om
सरस्वती अनुमन्यस्व ॐ देवा सवितः प्रसूयजं प्रसूयजपतिं भगाय दिव्यो गन्धर्वः केतपुः केतमुनः पुनातु वाचस्पतिर्वाचमुनः स्वदतु.
All of you around the Vedi, clasp your palms. Think of your dad. Beg God, oh God, may you keep our dad healthy and strong, that he can be there to provide leadership and a guidance for us, sense of direction for the family. Think of your mom. Say, oh God, keep our mom healthy and strong so she can be there to provide care and protection. And each one of you, think of yourself as a child to your parents and what your duties are towards your parents. Never to neglect those duties of yours. And think of this code of ethics of conduct, this Havan Yajna, moral values in your life. Never ever to neglect such. These are the 4 things you think of as you make offerings of ghee. North, south, and 2 in the center. Om Agnaye Swaha Idam Agnaye Idam Namama Om Somaya Swaha Idam Somaya Idam Namama Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idam Namama Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idam Namama Athagrita Samagri Ahutayah. Those who didn't get to offer go in front, and the others step at the back. I'll wait for you. Akash. Om Suryo Jyotir Jyotihi Surya Swaha Om Suryo Varcho Jyotir Varchaha Swaha Om Jyotihi Surya Suryo Jyotihi Swaha Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajurushasendravakya Jushanah Suryo Vetu Swaha Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotir Agnihi Swaha Om Agnir Varcho Jyotir Varchaha Swaha. Silent chant. Om
Agnir Jyotir Jyotir Agnihi
Swaha Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajuratrenyavatya Jushano Agnir Vedu Swaha.
Let them fit in between the two. Neil and Ola, come a little this side. Come back towards this side. Let them fit in between. Right. That's fine. Agnaye Pranaya Swaha Idam Agnaye Pranaya Idam Namama Om Bhuvarvaya Panaya Swaha Idam Vayave Panaya Idam Namama Om Swaradityaya Vyanaya Swaha Idam Adityaya Vyanaya Idam Namama Om Bhurvuvah Swaragni
वायवादित्येभ्यः प्राणापानव्यानेभ्यः स्वाहा इदमग्नि वायवादित्येभ्यः प्राणापानव्यानेभ्यः इदं न मम ॐ आपो ज्योतिरसो अमृतं ब्रह्मा भूर्भुवः स्वरो स्वाहा ॐ यान् मेधां देवगणाः पितरश्चोपासते तया मध्य मेधयाग्ने मेधाविनं कुरु स्वाहा ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर दुरितानि परासुव यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुव स्वाहा ॐ अग्नेऽनयः सुपथाराय यस्मात् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुरार्णमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमोक्तिं विधेम स्वाहा
अथ पूर्णाहुतिरूप
आहारवाच्य भागाहुतयः
ॐ अग्ने
स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये इदं न मम ॐ
सोमाय
स्वाहा इदं सोमाय इदं न मम ॐ प्रजापतये स्वाहा इदं प्रजापतये इदं न मम ॐ इन्द्राय स्वाहा इदम् इन्द्राय इदं न मम
ॐ भूरग्ने
स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये इदं न मम ॐ भुवर्वायवे स्वाहा इदं वायवे इदं न मम ॐ स्वरादित्याय स्वाहा इदम् आदित्याय इदं न मम ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वरग्नि वायवादित्येभ्यः स्वाहा इदमग्नि वायवादित्येभ्यः इदं न मम
we take them in pairs, and then we also have Kevin. Whatever, put them in pairs. So when the three of you also, you two young gentlemen. Okay, sit. You have to play for the song at the end of it.
You can choose it.
Okay, we take down page 85 on in your Atmagit. You know, we have to sing all these bhajans here. We haven't taught some of them yet. So we'll try to sing this out first before we go to Apne Geet. You agree with me? There's many of them here we didn't sing out yet. So let us go. Page 85.
ईश्वर में ध्यान धरना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है, सुख शांति प्राप्त करना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है, गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है, गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है, सुख शांति प्राप्त करना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है।
Go wrong slowly. Put your hand inside. Very slowly. ॐ संगच्छध्वं संवदध्वं सम्भो मनासि जानतां देवा भागं यथा पूर्वे संजानाना उपासते स्वाहा ॐ मातृदेवो भव स्वाहा पितृदेवो भव स्वाहा आचार्य देवो भव स्वाहा ॐ अतिथि देवो भव स्वाहा। Next to
संसार की भलाई जैसे हो उस तरह के संकल्प सिद्ध करना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। संसार की भलाई जैसे हो उस तरह के संकल्प सिद्ध करना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। सुख शांति प्राप्त करना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है।
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः
सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् स्वाहा।
ॐ मातृदेवो भव स्वाहा पितृदेवो भव स्वाहा आचार्य देवो भव स्वाहा ॐ अतिथि देवो भव स्वाहा।
मिलकर नरेश लोगों उनको सहायता दो सुधरो सदा सुधरना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। मिलकर नरेश लोगों उनको सहायता दो सुधरो सदा सुधरना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। सुख शांति प्राप्त करना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है। गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है।
सर्वस्तरतु दुर्गाणि सर्वो भद्राणि पश्यतु सर्वः सर्वं वाप्नोतु सर्वः सर्वत्र नन्दतु स्वाहा। ॐ मातृदेवो भव स्वाहा पितृदेवो भव स्वाहा आचार्य देवो भव स्वाहा ॐ अतिथि देवो भव स्वाहा। Next to
आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है। वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। महर्षि दयानंद ने आन के हमको जगाया, विष पी करके गया जगत को अमृत पिलाया। जहर देने वाले से भी किया उसने प्यार था, किया उसने प्यार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा।
ओम पुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु, पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः,
अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु,
जीवन्तु शरदः शतं स्वाहा। ॐ मातृदेवो भव स्वाहा, पितृदेवो भव स्वाहा, आचार्य देवो भव स्वाहा, ॐ अतिथि देवो भव स्वाहा। Next. Depunamtam. Aditya, go with your sister. Wait. Go with your sister, Aditya. Go. Play the two, you play tabla for them. Go.
ओम कितने ही कष्ट आए मगर उनसे ना घबराया, लाठी छुरी गोली के आगे सीना अड़ाया। कितने ही कष्ट आए मगर उनसे ना घबराया, लाठी छुरी गोली के आगे सीना अड़ाया। आर्यों की फौज का वो योगी सरदार था, योगी सरदार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा।
ओम दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात्, सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात्, शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यो, मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचये स्वाहा। ओम मातृदेवो भव स्वाहा, पितृदेवो भव स्वाहा, आचार्य देवो भव स्वाहा, ओम अतिथि देवो भव स्वाहा। Now Darshan and Vidya, the two remaining, right? The two you come together.
हर तरफ आर्यों की बज रही धुंद भी प्यारी, जय बोल रहे ऋषिवर की आज दिल से नर नारी। हर तरफ आर्यों की बज रही धुंद भी प्यारी, जय बोल रहे ऋषिवर की आज दिल से नर नारी। ज्योति स्वरूप वे सुखों का भंडार था, सुखों का भंडार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा, और कल भी रहेगा, और कल
क्षम्येऽहं सर्वं वै जीवान् ते चक्ष्याम्यन्तु मां सदा मैत्री स्यात् सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति केनचित् स्वाहा ॐ मातृदेवो भव स्वाहा पितृदेवो भव स्वाहा आचार्य देवो भव स्वाहा ॐ अतिथि देवो भव स्वाहा Kevin and Yogesh, you all did not get to make this offering, and you're pledging to yourself that whatever you have learned in the camp, especially this year we focus on this Sandhya and Havan. Thus now when you sit to do this Sandhya and the Havan, you know exactly what you're doing, because you yourself are the ones who make presentation on these things. So we hope and pray with these offerings that you're pledging to yourself personally, not to me, not to anybody else, but to your own self. You're making that pledge, each one of you, that you will apply what you have learned in your life.
Arya Veeradal, Arya Veeradal, Arya Veeradal, Arya Veeradal, Arya Veeradal, Arya Veeradal. साहस दिखाए चल जीवन बनाए चल साहस दिखाए चल जीवन बनाए चल पग पग पे मातृभूमि की लजा बजाए चल पग पग पे मातृभूमि की लजा बजाए चल आर्य वीर दल 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 आर्य वीर दल
ओम संगच्छध्वं संवदध्वं सम्मो मनासि जानताम्
देवा भागं यथा पूर्वे
संजानाना उपासते
स्वाहा
ओम मातृदेवो
भव स्वाहा
पितृदेवो भव स्वाहा
आचार्य देवो भव स्वाहा ओम अतिथि देवो भव स्वाहा.
Good. Now that you all have made your pledge towards yourself, not towards to anybody else, but yourself, you know what you have to do. We hope and pray that God may be with you. Take your asana around the Vedi again, and we take the Mahagayatri mantra for all of us, whatever brought us to Mandir this morning. We beg God that may God give us such intelligence, dhiyo, yonaha, to make choices, inspired, and may God inspire us to make choices that will allow us to achieve progress in life. So we clasp our palms and we chant together as we make these offerings. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam
Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat Swaha
Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam
Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat Swaha.
And before we go to Sristakrit, today or tonight is Purnima, full moon. And I know you all would not come back here this afternoon to perform that Havan Yajna, so we'll make the offerings at this time. And as we're going to make offerings with grains, we take the Mohan Bhog too. with these 3 offerings, and then we go with the Sistakrit mantra. Full moon Purnima, we think about the full moon night. We think of the cosmic forces of fire, of terrestrial fire, and the moon, and all the pervading solar heat, and what effect they have on us, human beings, as we continue our life. Om Agni Swaha. Om Agni Shomabhyam Swaha. Om Vishnave Swaha. 3 mantras, thinking of the cosmic force of the new moon, the full moon, and all the associating force with it, and how they affect our lives as we continue our lives. Sistakrit Ahuti, Mohan Bhog Ahuyate, we think and we thank God. God knows what is lacking in our what is excessive in our personality and what is lacking. He knows that. And He accepts all confession and repentance, and He fulfills all realizations, and He grants that all that we willed. Today, at this moment, we beg God. If there is anything that we did we should not have done, may God inspire us that we will not perform it anymore. And if there is something that we should have done, unknowingly we did not do so, we beg God to influence us positively, that we will now perform those activities. And we also beg God that may He remove any deficiencies or disease that may be in our path for the coming week and onwards. So with those thoughts in our mind, we chant, Om Yadasya Karmano Adyani Richam Yadvanyunamihakaram Agnishtam Shishtakrit Vidyat Sarvam Shrishtam Sotam Karotu Me Agnaye Shishtakrite Sahutahute Sarva Prayaschittahutina Kamana Samardhayatre Sarvanah Kamant Samardhaya Swaha Idam Agnaye Shishtakrite Idannam Mama. Swaha. Prajapatya Ahuti, in recognition of the fact that God silently watches over us every single second of the day. He knows what you did, He knows what you're doing, and He knows what you'll be doing in the future. So the question arises, why doesn't He prevent us from doing wrong things and saying wrong things? And the answer to that question is very simple. He does not dictate for you. He does not dictate, and He doesn't prevent you from saying or doing anything, because He has given you an intelligence. And He says, oh my child, use your intelligence. Think of the consequence of what you want to say. Think of the consequence of what you want to do. Are you going to hurt someone's feelings or your own? And when you decide to accept the consequences, then He says to you, go do what you want to do, say what you want to say. But keep in mind, I will have to give you a fruit for everything you do and say in this world. Nothing goes unpaid. That's how you're forgiven. With that thought in mind, we chant Om with voice. Prajapate in our mind, and Swaha, we make offerings of ghee and samagri. Om Prajapate Swaha. Idam Prajapate Idannam Mama. Let us all stand for the 3 final offerings to bring today's Yajna to its completeness, perfection, and finality. O God, we beg that may this finality and perfection become a part of our lifestyle. Om Sarvamai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvamai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvamai Purnam Swaha. All of you stand in a semicircle around the fire. Let's see if you know what a semicircle is. Don't block, but a semicircle, the audience could get a view. And you extend your palms towards the fire. O Agni, you're a protector of this body of mine, protect my body. O Agni, you're the giver of health, give me strong health. And O Agni, you're the source of brilliance. Let your brilliance radiate on my face, so that when someone look at me, they can see a ray of hope. Extend palm. Om Tanupa Agne Asi
तन्वा मे पाहि
Om Ayurda Agne Asi Ayurme Dehi Om Varchuda Agne Asi Varcho Me Dehi Om Agneyan Tanva Unam Tanva Aprina Om Medha Me Devah Savita Adadhatu Om Medha Me Devi Saraswati Adadhatu Om Medha Me Ashvino Deva Vadhatam Pushkarasrajam.
Apyayatam, O God, whatever organ I touch, may its function be fulfilled. Om
Vakshama Apyayatam Om Pranashama Apyayatam Om Chakshushrama Apyayatam Om Shrotram Shama Apyayatam Om Yashobanam Shama Apyayatam.
Class palms, final of prayer. Om Bhur
Bhuvaha Swaha Kayanaschitra Abhuvat Uti Sada Vridhaha Sakha Kaya Shachishtaya Vrita Om Bhurbhuvaha Swaha Kasva Satyo Madana Manhishto Matsadandhasaha Dridhachiraruje Vasu Om Bhurbhuvaha Swaha Abhishunaha Sakinam Avita Charitrinam Shatam Bhavasyutaye Shatam Bhavasyutaye Shatam Bhavasyutaye Iti Agnihotram Iti Agnihotram Iti Agnihotram.
Namaste to everyone. Kindly take your seat, and the yajmans go collect your arti money and come back. You have to give daan to the mandir. We take 2 verses of the Hawan Geet, and then we'll have a couple of bhajans. Now I forget his name now. Chandradat, you have a bhajan for us this morning? Find one. We'll have bhajans in order of Kavita. Where's Talish? All right, he'll give us 1, 2, Amrita, and then Bhai Chandradat. 4 bhajans we'll have, and then we go into this to the pravachan. We have a special professor all the way from what university? He'll give your pravachan today. All the way from the university, way back, I don't know where, can't remember. All right, keep you in a little suspense as who that professor is. Okay, two verses of Kavita, 2 more verses of Hawan Geet, and then you get your bhajan.
Om Pujaniya Prabhu Hamare Bhav Ujjwal Kijiye Chhod Devi Chal Kapat Ko Manasik Bal Dijiye Ved Ki Dhaver Chaye Satya Ko धारण करे हर्ष में हो मग्न सारे शोक सागर से परे हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए प्रभु मानसिक बल दीजिए प्रभु मानसिक बल दीजिए.
All the yajman stand. Om स्वस्ति पन्थामनुचरेम सूर्या चन्द्रमसा विव पुनर्ढटाग्नता जानता संगमे महि ओम स्वस्ति ओम स्वस्ति ओम स्वस्ति. Thanks to all Yajmans and Yajmanis for sitting to do Yajat today at the Vedi. You can come take a seat downstairs now. Oh, I forgot. Can I ask you, those of you who are singing, looking at the clock, can I ask you to take 2 verses of a bhajan, because I asked Neil and Nolan to give a bhajan. You prepare bhajans? Okay, so you have 2 verses of your bhajan also. So we begin with Kavita. Just to be fair to everyone, looking at your clock, take 2 verses of your bhajan, and then if you want, we get through with that. All right?
कर ओम भजन तू प्राणी तेरी 2 दिन की जिंदगानी आखिर ये दुनिया फानी जरा कर ध्यान लियो जरा कर ध्यान लियो बंदे कर ओम भजन तू प्राणी तेरी 2 दिन की जिंदगानी आखिर ये दुनिया फानी जरा कर ध्यान लियो जरा कर ध्यान लियो बंदे पहले शुभ कर्म कमाया तब मानव चोला पाया पहले शुभ कर्म कमाया तब मानव चोला पाया इस जग के अंदर आया नहीं कुछ ध्यान कियो नहीं कुछ ध्यान कियो बंदे कर ओम भजन तू प्राणी तेरी 2 दिन की जिंदगानी आखिर ये दुनिया फानी जरा कर ध्यान लियो जरा कर ध्यान लियो बंदे वृद्ध अवस्था बिगड़ी है सभी व्यवस्था अब आई वृद्ध अवस्था बिगड़ी है सभी व्यवस्था फूटों ने छीना बस्ता नहीं तेरा मान कियो नहीं तेरा मान कियो बंदे कर ओम भजन तू प्राणी तेरी 2 दिन की जिंदगानी आखिर ये दुनिया फानी जरा कर ध्यान लियो जरा कर ध्यान लियो बंदे कर ओम भजन तू प्राणी तेरी 2 दिन की जिंदगानी आखिर ये दुनिया फानी जरा कर ध्यान लियो जरा कर ध्यान लियो बंदे.
Thank you very much, Kavita, for that wonderful bhajan, and thank you very much for accessing to the time frame. You ready? Go. Because I can't see Talisha around here. Go, Neil. The 2 of you, quick. Go next to the take the mic, give them the. Okay, you want to sit there, fine, but you have to get the cordless mic and stretch one mic across. I have to bribe them to come to Monday. They got to sing a bhajan every Sunday. Right, Neil and Nolan? I put him on a task. Take a seat.
No, we could both share.
Take individual mic. Come on. 2 verses, right? Go ahead. Didi, you look beautiful. Tell her what you sing.
Page 116 इंसान नहीं.
Okay, इंसान नहीं.
इंसान नहीं इंसान रहा बन गया है पशु समान मेरे भगवान. इंसान नहीं इंसान रहा बन गया है पशु समान मेरे भगवान. मानव मानवता को बैठा न रही अपनी पहचान मेरे भगवान. इंसान रहा बन गया है पशु समान मेरे भगवान. नित्य कर्म का ज्ञान नहीं परों का आदर मान नहीं. नित्य कर्म का ज्ञान नहीं परों का आदर मान नहीं. राम भरत और श्यामत जैसी दिखे अब संतान नहीं. मात पिता और गुरुजनों का होने लगा अपमान मेरे भगवान. इंसान नहीं इंसान रहा बन गया है पशु समान मेरे भगवान. वेदों का कुछ जान नहीं कहते हैं भगवान नहीं. वेदों का कुछ जान नहीं कहते हैं भगवान नहीं. संध्या वंश प्रेम नहीं और शुभ कर्मों में ध्यान नहीं. बस एक ही नारा रह गया है धोती कपड़ा और मकान मेरे भगवान. इंसान नहीं इंसान रहा बन गया है पशु समान मेरे भगवान. इंसान नहीं इंसान रहा बन गया है पशु समान मेरे भगवान.
And you have another one for next week, right? Good. That means I have to see you here every Sunday. And when you don't come, you got to pay a fine. Okay, thank you very much. Now we have two verses of from Haitandra. That
Namaste everyone. Page 34 in the Atmagid. भरे प्यार से मिलना सबसे भरे प्यार से मिलना सबसे दुनिया में इंसान रे क्या जाने किस वेश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान भरे प्यार से मिलना सबसे कौन है छोटा, ऊंच कौन और नीचा। प्रेम के जल से सभी को सींचा, ये है प्रभु का बगीचा। ओ ये है प्रभु का बगीचा। मत कीचो तुम दीवारे, मत कीचो तुम दीवारे, इंसानों के दरमियान रे। क्या जाने किस वेश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान। भरे प्यार से मिलना सबसे, दुनिया में इंसान रे। क्या जाने किस वेश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान। बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे, जाने कब शाम रारी, क्या जाने कब शाम मुरारी आ जाए बन करके भिखारी। कहीं लौट ना जाए द्वार से, कहीं लौट ना जाए द्वार से, लिए बिना कोई दान रे। क्या जाने किस वेश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान। बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे, दुनिया में इंसान रे। क्या जाने किस वेश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान। बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे।
I would like my two sisters, Devi and Lakshmi, to actually sing in my place today. I know we're short on time, so I'll have them sing only 2 verses of a song. Please bring your Atmagit.
Well, that's good of the teacher to get her student to sing, right? That's what I'm doing here today. So I have one of our student professor to give us our today. Where is Tali?
आर्य समाज हमारा है, प्राणों से भी प्यारा है। आर्य समाज हमारा है,
Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, I have two invitations here. Mr. and Mrs. Gul Charan, that is Ray, that boy who comes here. Oh, here he is. See, I didn't look around to see and he is inviting you to his 25th wedding anniversary on September 10th, right here at 9 a.m. All right, so all are invited. This is one invitation here. I have another one here in my hand. Arti Dayal is Rajpal's niece. Arti Dayal is getting married right at the Maharishi Gurukula on 29th of September at 2 p.m. promptly. All are invited. This invitation will be here and be read every Sunday. They're also inviting you to the Haldawan Hawan on that's dye rubbing at their home, 1428 Mutt Avenue, Far Rockaway. The invitation is going to be here. You need to get the address. You can come and have the address and to go there the night to rub the dye, which is the 28th. That's the Thursday, September the 28th at 6 p.m. So we have two invitations here. There's another one here. What is this? Invitation again. Oh boy. Oh, this was in here. Okay. So this one was in here. So hi, Ray is Hawan on the 10th of September. Guruji, you will be back on the 3rd of September. But in that until then you will see him. But that doesn't mean you stay away from one there. Let me see how honest you are. If you're honest to him or you're honest to yourself. All right. So coming out from the camp, we're teaching, and if you don't, you teach, and if you don't allow the student or the person receiving the education to apply what they have learned, then you're not doing justice to. So coming out of the camp, we have several professors coming out of the camp. Over here, I don't call them teachers, you call them professors. And then they graduate into sannyasis, etc. Today, we have Professor Avinash is going to present to us what he has taught at the camp and what they have learned, and he probably tweak it a little bit so that to present it to you as a pravachan. So without any further taking up his time, I'll present Avinash to you. I gave him permission to sit on this thing this morning.
Okay. Namaste. Oh, that's loud. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste.
So, I guess I am the surprise professor from Binghamton. And now this pravachan is more of a lecture, I would say. I am presenting the Stuti Pratana Upasana, and that is Vishwani Deva during Sandhya. And basically, I'm just going to run through the mantras and read out the translations and explain the translations to you. So, the first mantra.
Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tanna Suva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva.
O God, O Creator of this universe, O radiant cause of all manifestations, do remove from us all that is difficult in our experience and all tendencies to transgress your law, and bring onto us all that is beautiful, benevolent, and auspicious. As noted, I have a few bold on the screen, and that's kind of the main points that I'm going to be talking about. So, Creator of this universe. This is basically acknowledging that God is the creator of all things in this world. And as I will get to a little later in the presentation, God is also the creator and sustainer of all things in invisible worlds. I'll go over that a little later. Now, we ask God to remove all difficulties in our experience and all tendencies to transgress your laws. We ask God to remove all unnecessary stress from our life, as well as all inclination to break the dharmic code that we live by. And now when I say unnecessary stress, I mean to say unnecessary stress because there is such a thing as good stress that kind of keeps us motivated and keeps us on our toes. Without it, we would be lazy. Unnecessary stress being emotional stress and something that would drag us down. Now, an example that I know the children will be able, well, and the adults as well, because you were all children at one point, that we could all relate to is the inclination to disrespect our parents and elders. We ask that we do not ignore the teachings or succumb to sinful influences that we know a lot of children do succumb to. And I know Guruji always talks about these kind of things and how Gurukul children, since they're raised in a specific kind of way and they're exposed to this sort of culture, it prevents them from leading astray. And now, bring unto us all that is beautiful, benevolent, and auspicious. We ask God to bring happiness into our life. Not necessarily in a material aspect, like material meaning car, money, but in regards to mental wellness and emotional stability. And this is what holds us together, and this is what we ask God for in this mantra. Now the second mantra.
Om Hiranyagarbhah Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jatah Patireka Asit Sadadhara Prithivim Dyamutema Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema.
The sustainer of luminous bodies, the source of light, has been present even before the creation of the universe. He is known to be the sole master of all beings. He sustains the earth and heavens. Unto that blissful divinity do we offer our worship with love and devotion. Sustainer of luminous bodies. To sustain, by definition, means to provide what is needed for something to exist. So in this sense, God is providing what is needed for light, such as the moon, sun, the stars, etc., to exist. And God is the source of light. This is saying that God is the source of light who is present before existence and will continue to be present after existence. The source of light has been present even before the creation of the universe. Sustains the earth and the heavens. He provides what is needed for earth and the heavens to exist, as is the definition of sustain. And when we talk about the heavens, we don't necessarily talk about the Christian heaven, as in when they die, they go to heaven, but we talk about the cosmic universe. And I'll come back to that a little bit later in the mantras. And now, Kasmai Devaya Havisha Videma. You will notice that this comes up within the next few mantras over and over again, which means unto that blissful divinity do we offer our worship with love and devotion. And this means that this is why we worship God. So these mantras are basically telling us why we worship God and what we are asking God for.
Om Yatmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Devaha Yasya Chayamritam Yasya Mrityuh Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema.
He who gives us consciousness that we are souls and provides us with strength. He whom all wise men worship, and whose commands they all obey. He under whose shade flows the nectar of immortal bliss, and opposing whom brings us daily death, unto that blissful divinity do we offer our worship with love and devotion. So he who gives us consciousness that we are all souls. We are made conscious that we are souls placed in a vessel, this vessel being the body. We are also made aware that the body will decay, but the soul never will. Meaning, when we go and when we pass, our soul does not pass, and provides us with strength. So what kind of strength are we provided with? We are given personal and communal strength. This means God strengthens the body and our mind, as well as our connection with society. So those are the two major points of strength that God provides us with: body and mind, some mental wellness and physical, as well as the connection and interaction with society, which is the outside world and everyone who you interact with. He under whose shade flows the nectar of immortal bliss. What is meant by nectar of immortal bliss? I had to go into a little bit of research for this. And it means more of like an emancipation. Emancipation means freeing from a restraint. And we are asking to be freed from the restraint of difficult experiences, as well as being able to achieve mukti. I will come back to mukti a little bit later. And opposing whom brings us daily death. Daily death doesn't refer to passing away daily. It refers to the emotional disturbances that we experience in our lives every day. And we ask that, again, this bad stress is removed and opposed. Again, unto that blissful divinity do we offer our worship with love and devotion. We ask God and we worship God for everything that is mentioned in this mantra.
ॐ यः प्राणतो निमिषतो महित्वैक इद्राजा जगतो बभूव य ईशे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम.
He who, by his own glory, is the sole king of this entire breathtaking and winking world, he who controls all bipeds and quadrupeds, unto that blissful divinity do we offer our worship, love, and devotion. This mantra is quite straightforward. Breathtaking and winking world. God is the higher power above all living creatures. And breathtaking meaning breathing, and winking meaning blinking. He who controls all bipeds and quadrupeds. Bipeds is just a universal term for humans, and quadrupeds is a universal term for animals. And I know there are some animals that walk on twos, and I know as babies we walk on fours, but it's just the message that is trying to be conveyed in a general term. Again, unto that blissful divinity do we offer our worship with love and devotion. Since God sustains and controls life, this is why we worship him.
ॐ येन द्यौरुग्रा पृथिवी च दृढा येन सह स्थभितं येन नाकः यो अन्तरिक्षे रजसो विमानः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम.
He who has steadied the thunderous heaven and the solid earth, and confers happiness free from all sorrows, he who creates planets with bird-like movements and causes them to revolve in space, unto that blissful divinity do we offer our worship with love and devotion. So all the mantras have some sort of scientific aspect to it, but this one is a bit more prominent. We come back to the heavens as the cosmic universe, and when it says, he who has steadied the thunderous heaven and solid earth, and who creates planets with bird-like movements and causes them to revolve in space. The theory of creation states that there was chaos after the Big Bang. And now the Big Bang, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, is how the universe was made. And the theory of creation says that there was a lot of chaos after that happened, and it was God who steadied the planets into a rotating pattern. Now this comes back to the fact that God is the sustainer of heavens, again, heavens being the cosmic universe, and confers happiness free from all sorrows. This refers to the happiness of achieving mukti. And now coming back to mukti, mukti is the ultimate bliss. It is when we are spared from the cycle of birth and death. We are spared the pain.
ॐ प्रजापतेर्न त्वदेतानन्यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमस्तन्नो अस्तु वयं स्याम पतयोरयिणा.
O Prajapati, O Master of this entire creation, no one except you can supersede the creatures of this visible and of other invisible world. May those desires for which we come to your shelter be fulfilled. May we be masters of earthly and heavenly riches. So Prajapati is another name for God, and supersede the creatures of this visible and of other invisible worlds. So traditionally, supersede means to replace, when I looked it up, but it didn't quite make sense in this, so you can replace the creatures of this visible and of other invisible world. So I asked Guruji for some help, and he explained to me that it means without limitation, and it made much more sense, because the soul has limits while we are in our vessel. Only God has no limit, thus he can supersede all creatures. And what is meant by limits? It's saying that we can't do everything, per se. It's God can do everything and anything. Thus, he has no limit. And of other invisible worlds, this confused me a bit as well. But Ved says that there is life not only on Earth, but also on other planets. And this life is not visible to the naked eye, which makes it invisible. And the visible world would be Earth and everything that we can see. And may we be masters of earthly and heavenly riches. Earthly riches, meaning material objects, such as your house, your money, your car, like the things that will go when you are gone as well. Heavenly riches refers to spiritual freedom, which is emancipation, again, the bliss of achieving mukti.
ॐ सनो बन्धुर्जनिता सविधाता धामानि वेद भुवनानि विश्व यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानास् तृतीये धामन्नध्येरयन्त.
He alone, O men, is our brother, creator, and lawgiver. He knows all names, regions, and beginning events. In him, we are the liberated souls, moving about at their own free will and enjoying the essence of eternal life, sustained in the third state of consciousness. Again, creator of lawgiver and knows all names, which is stating God knows all. And when the mantra says, the liberated souls moving about at their own free will, it means that free will means that the actions of the liberated souls no longer determine their movements. What is meant by this? It means dharmic actions determine if we achieve mukti. Liberated souls have achieved mukti, meaning they have fulfilled dharmic action. And actions will not determine whether or not they are placed in bliss. And sustained in the third state of consciousness, there are three states of consciousness that the soul experiences. That of the world, that of the soul, and that of God. The mantra mentions that the soul would be sustained in the third state of consciousness. The third state means enjoying eternal life, again, enjoying the bliss of mukti.
ॐ अग्नेनय सुपथाराय अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते न मुक्तिं विधेम.
O Agni, lead us on the right path to the wealth of liberation, for you know all pathways leading in that direction. Remove from us all sins that lead us astray. Again and again, we offer you words of salutation and praise. This is the final mantra in the Stuti Pratana Upasana. Agni refers to God as the light of wisdom, meaning when we pray to God, we always look to him as a source of light. And we ask God to lead us on the right path of wealth and liberation. So we are asking God to lead us on the path for a righteous and blissful life. Again, removing all bad stress and bringing happiness to us. Removing from us all sins that lead us astray. We ask God that we do not stray from the right path, the dharmic path, the path that we are taught, because when we are young, our minds are easily molded. And it's up to parents and elders, as we say in mantras, that mom is godly for us, dad is godly for us, teacher is godly for us, to mold the minds of the young. And this leads them on the right path to begin with. Again and again do we offer you words of salutation and praise. This just refers to chanting mantras and worshiping God. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed my little presentation. And thank you. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Professor Abhinav. Always, mothers and fathers and sisters, we have been chanting these mantras every day. And they tell you that, we are taking it for granted, but when someone explains it in detail for us, as he just did, now we can focus on certain keywords in the mantras. And when we look at the explanation, there are certain keywords you should have underlined when you read them, when you go home and you read these, because when you're chanting and you want to know what you're saying to God. If you don't know what you're saying, then you're just chanting and chanting and chanting, and you get bored. I was at the camp, I didn't teach at the camp, but I sit at the back there and I tell him I'm bored because I was not teaching anything. But I was doing something. And that was the disciplinarian of the camp. The big bad guy, they're frightened, that was me. So I didn't speak much. But my mere presence there is necessary because you need, while they're doing the teaching, you need to have the calmness. And this is what they present to their peers. And then when you and psychologically too, when you present it to your peers, it strikes you more. I found that out too. Me teaching it to them, they say, this guy is an old, almost retired, telling me this. It doesn't make sense. But when they pass through that stage, as he is doing now, and telling those below him, then they will say, yes, he passed there only yesterday. I passed there 10 years ago. Isn't that so, Akash? He passed there yesterday. That's Avinash. So he's telling it to them. Right, Neil? So your turn is coming. Gradually. Well, you see, you got to put your name tag on for me. I can identify who is Neil. All right? So give him a round of applause again. And coming out of the camp, we have decided to give them a chance to present it to you, the parents who are not here. Because they ask questions which I'm certainly sure many parents can answer. And the thing is, if you have children, you send them to Mandir and they ask you a certain question, you can't answer it. You're in big trouble. Because they're going to ask you, why are you sending me to the Mandir? And you're not coming. And many parents got that notion. Boy, are you not going to the Mandir? Then the boy says, you're not going? No. You go to the Mandir. I'm your father. I'm your parent. I am your mother. Go to the Mandir. It doesn't work that way. All right, so as parents, we can also learn a few things from the young ones. I was a child once too. The same scenario was there. The only thing I was not that bad to stay away from money. I used to get away from the money when the priest said, today's your turn to sit in front of them and officiate. That day, I would take laxative. I'm not going to Monday that day. I did it a couple of times, but you couldn't get away every time. So you had to end up doing it there. And many people, when you give them a task, they stay away because I'm not going to Monday today because I have to present today. When I didn't see him coming earlier, I was wondering, I said, did he went off on me? But then gradually he came in. All right, he took a last step to come in. Thank you all, thanks to all the musicians and all the students who are here. And gradually you'll be moving in this direction. They will be the presenters. We'll just sit back and observe and probably fill in when they are missing. So Avinash, Professor Avinash, all the way from Binghamton, all the way from there to be with us at the camp. Thank you very much. We started a bit early. I thought he would have taken the entire 20 minutes, but he did well. So we can have one more bhajan before we take the arti, coming from anybody in the audience. Anybody wants to make a comment, parent, who were here or who were not here during the camp? See, all of you feel scared. He didn't scare. He went up here and talked. All right? So, you have another? Oh, yes. I knew something was missing. What is coming up on December the 18th? Anyone knows? September, sorry, I'm telling December. September 18th is what? Huh? September 18th, what is coming up? Like you're not sure. Gurukul anniversary is coming up on the 18th of September. 18th, 19th, 20. And it's been sponsored. You have the flyer or there. One person is sponsoring it, but that person would need our help to make sure it becomes successful. So all of us here and all those who are not here are required to pool your resource. If you want to give help, see Mataji Renuka, and she will tell you what is required from you as an individual. But Bhai Thakur is sponsoring that Yajna. You have flyer out there. But it's our celebration, our Gurukul celebration anniversary. So we should not take a back seat, and we should not be relaxed on it, even someone is sponsoring. Is that correct? Do we see it that way? It's our Gurukul. All right? So keep that in mind. I haven't got the flyer here, and that's why I missed it. I know something was missing. But I have two more invitation here. All right, let us all stand. We send you home early on the dot 12 o'clock. Oh, and we have lunch? Yes, we have lunch. So after that, after the arti, you'll give me a hand to fold up the sheet very neatly, put them where they are supposed to be, and the student will clean up the stage for me along with the panditas, and then we'd go for lunch. Om Jai Jagadish Hare
Swami Jai Jagadish Hare
भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
जो
ध्यावे फल पावे दुख बिन से मन का ओ स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गए स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरि तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता ओ स्वामी तुम पालन करता दीन दयालु कृपालु दीन दयालु कृपालु कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरि तुम हो एक गोचर सबके प्राणपति ओ स्वामी सबके प्राणपति किस विध मिलो दया में किस विध मिलो दया में तुमको मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम रक्षक मेरे ओ स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ द्वार परा तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा ओ स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
अथ शांति पाठ ओम द्यः शांतिरंतरिक्षं शांति पृथ्वी शांति रापः शांति रौषधयः शांति वनस्पतयः शांतिर् विश्वे देवः शांतिर् ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वं शांति शांतिरेव शांतिः सामा शांतिरेधि ओम शांतिः 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 प्रेम से बोलो ओंकार भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोलो वेदुधारक महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद की जय प्रेम से बोलो ब्रह्म ऋषि स्वामी विवेकानंद की जय प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की जय प्रेम से बोलो गीता का योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय प्रेम से बोलो भगवती माता सीता की जय प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय ओम अनपते अनस्य नो देहि अनमिवस्य सुष्मिनः प्रप्रदातारं तारिष ऊर्जनो देहि विपदे चतुष्पदे ओम शांति 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 Namaste to everyone. And before you go, take a seat. The artist coming around. I have one more announcement to make. You may have seen this flyer outside, the 27th Arya Mahasammelan. July 27th to July 30th, and this takes place is in Long Island, Marriott, Uniondale, New York. This is a conference that we once went to in New Jersey, where I took a couple of students, myself and Bhai Krishan, Pandita Amrita Singh with us. They're having it again, but you know, of course, In the Marriott, you have to pay to stay there, etc. I have some blank forms here, which they have left this morning. If you want to go to the camp 27th to the 30th, then you need to have one of this form that I have here, fill it up and go there. All the information are there in the camp. All right? So I'll have them up here. But I have 3 invitations for 3 specific persons.